Hi, this is Jared McDade, and I am subscribed to End Time Teachers. He is a friend of mine on YouTube that converses well, and I would like to compliment him for conversing well with different ones about the commentary that he supports on YouTube. Although we disagree on this point and some other points because I try to find multiple contextual verses, and I even read definitions of words, and I also read the original language and the nature of God, I consider, to debunk theology, which is faith-based theory, not any proof-given theory. And so that's what I do on my channel. But we have been discussing the mark of the beast for some time now. About a year ago, I made a video for End Time Teachers about this mark. You can see a little scar right there where I had a mark, a chip put in me. But I vehemently disagree that a chip is sinful, and that buying and selling is sinful, and that you can't prove that is sinful in any type of way. There's someone else that says a passport would be that sinful thing. There's no sinful thing in a passport. There's no sinful thing in having a chip or in buying and selling. But I believe that the mark of the beast is a handshaking and bowing agreements, nodding agreements that are made that bring about a connection to bring a source of money to you, and so that you can buy and sell. So you need the source of money, and how you get the source in the man's way of getting it is through handshaking and bowing. Now God has a way discussed in chapter 14. This man's way is discussed in Revelation 13:16 through 18, but God's way is discussed in 14:11. And I want you to know God's way of doing business is love agreements, okay? And it's in 14:11 says, they get no rest day and night, them that worship the beast or receive the mark in his hand. They'll have no rest. The people who try to do it man's way, according to verse 18, this is the number of a man. This is a human understanding of the way of doing business, is this agreement that you have. And now there are three major sins that having a handshaking and bowing and nodding agreement does. It causes a respect for persons, and Jesus was tempted in that point, and he was Lord and could have shown respect of persons, but he didn't. And there's a whole chapter about respect of persons in James, where Jesus could have shown respect of persons, and he could have made agreements through shaking agreements, but it says he was rejected by all the builders. So, and he was a tradesman, and he could have had work through doing handshaking agreements. So the extortion that comes from extorting from customers and from people you're in business with to help the one you're in agreements with, extortion gets you a trip to the lake of fire. And also lying to protect the agreement, or withholding information to protect the party you have the agreement with, that is also a sin. Lying gets you in the lake of fire. So handshaking and bowing agreements are definitely a sinful and pass to the lake of fire agreements. Now, buying and selling is not a lake of fire agreement. It is not even a sin. And having a chip in you is not even a sin. I've had this chip 20 years, and it has never caused me to sin one day. So anyway, babies have chips also. That's another point, that babies have chips. And in this verse 16, where it talks about man's chip, man's mark, it says that he causes all to have this. And it would take years. We know it would have to take years. I'm not going to say hundreds, because that's what I feel it would take. But it would take years for everyone in the world to trade. There's people that only make $1 a day and there's people that make $1 a week that build things and that work in construction in countries, and they're so poor they can't buy and sell and trade. And you would have to give them money on their chip for this prophecy that's in 13 to be fulfilled. And I believe it has already been fulfilled with the agreements that we make that cause 3 sins that will land you in the lake of fire through handshaking agreements. And so so also it says both small and great, and I want to note that that's not babies, small. That is your ranking of how you're in society, either small or great. And so I've noted that the poor people have this as well. And so I just wanted to make this video. It's very short. I hope it all gets played. I want to give a thanks to End Time Teachers for considering to play this on his channel, and I hope people subscribe to my channel. I make guitar videos and I make Bet You Can't Play That guitar videos. So I'm very good on the guitar. I wish you would subscribe to my channel as well and listen to some music and hear some theology debunking. And so I've enjoyed studying this topic. And yes, we own the Kool-Aid, but some people are on a little bit more than that.